Welcome back to my channel. If you have not like and subscribe the channel, please like and subscribe the channel. This is the place where you can learn Microsoft Intune. Today in this video I am going to share you about declarative device management. What is Apple declarative device management? So this is the new way of managing software updates for your iOS devices through Microsoft Intune using the DDM feature. So I have already made video what is DDM, what is the difference between MDM and DDM. I'll put this link, video link in this video as well, so you can go and check for more details why Apple is changing the protocol from MDM to DDM. The major thing is like, right, uh, the why they changing, because the earlier when we manage the iOS software update through this policy, as you can see my screen, this is Intune home screen. So if you go to iOS, and if you have iOS supervised devices or AVM devices, DP devices, or ADE devices, whatever you call it, if you are managing iOS software versions or Mac operating system version through this iOS update policy, this is the legacy MDM policy. So what this means, Intune will keep sending the data, keep querying the devices, uh, and forcing iOS devices to update, right? So this is the MDM legacy software updates was doing. With the DDM, the new declarative device management protocol, what will do, MDM, Microsoft Intune or any MDM will not regularly query or regularly query the device to get update from uh, Apple and check the status. Instead of, the device itself will check directly with the Apple server, and they will get the updates. And Intune, Intune, you know, Intune will it's checking the devices every 24 hours, 48 hours. So as soon as the devices will get updated from directly from Apple, the device status will be shown here. So it will reduce the speed and uh, continuous syncing and querying the devices from MDMs. I mean, polling the devices from MDM to the end user devices. So end user devices will directly check in with Apple. If any software update is available, they can download and install it. And if user will download that software, the Intune console will get updated with the exact status. So Intune will not keep pulling and querying the Apple devices, right? So it will be actually reduce the bandwidth as well, and it will be faster. So what you have to do, if you are using legacy MDM policies for managing the software updates, you should stop using before iOS 26 is coming, and you should migrate your policies, or the changing, or you can change the way how you can manage the iOS software updates. So you can apply the DDM policy. So once you apply the DDM policy, DDM policy will take precedence over this MDM policy. So if you have any if in case if you want to keep the MDM policy and also apply the DDM policy will always take precedence over this policy. I would recommend it to don't get conflict about this, or just remove the MDM policy legacy and target DDM policy. So how you can target this policy, you can go to the configurations, and since you know I have already created, simply you can go and create a new policy. You must be Intune admin and select the setting catalog, the templates, and setting catalogs, create. I will just show you. I'll just put DDM, click next, and add settings. Here you can see the declarative device management. There are 6 settings available. You can apply all these settings. So what is the difference between software update enforce latest, and software update setting? Let's understand this. First we'll go to the software update latest. So once you click on this one, software update enforce list, so this will be automated update. So you not able to control the you're not able to target the specific OS version. So if you select this policy, I will show you. If you select this one and you see there is only 3 options: enforce latest software update, true or false. So you want to enforce the latest software. Suppose 18.6 is there, 18.6.1 is there, it will update to your devices. You don't have to select, you don't have the options to being as admin to target the specific like 18.5 or 18.4. It will always, it will get updated to the latest software or not. And you can delay and you can configure the install time. Delay you can configure between 30 to 90 days. This is the latest update enforce latest. Hope it must clear. Now let's go to the software updates. So what is the software updates? So let's uncheck this one, remove this one and add new. Again go to here. Let's select the software updates. So what is in these software updates? So you just select these two, right? Now here you can target specific build version. Like I want to target my iOS devices, iOS supervised devices 18.5 or 18.4, right? Any. I don't want 18.6 is not secure or not stable, so I have just targeted 18.5. You can put detailed information, anything, and install. Target date time by 31st August it will be installed, and target OS version as well. So here is it's a build version, so you can put the build version. I don't want to use the build version, you can put the build version, but I'm just selecting target OS version here. Both you can select either OS version or build version, depend on if you suppose if it's multiple build version for iOS 18.5, you can target it. So this is the manual DDM policy, and that previously which I have showed you, that is the automatic latest update. Now what is the last one? The last one is that these are the settings. It will apply for both, whether you use the automated one or the manual targeted version. So I would prefer you to, because you want to control the operating system. So select the manual, this one, right? And then settings. So you want to select the automatic actions, right? You want to, there is a catch here, right? Here you want to select the rapid notifications, everything. Now I will show you something here. So if you have targeted the manual updates, right? Manual update means this one, right? 18.5, right? And you want to defer for some of the days, right? You want to defer for 30 days here. It will not work both together. Either you have to defer, either you want to defer it or just target it. You should not combine both, or else the deferral policy will not work. So what does this means? I will show you. So you can remove the software update policy and just target. Let remove this everything, and I will also remove these things. Okay, I'll just defer it for 90 days. Okay, just select defer. Okay, don't do anything and refresh it. So this is the policy I have created, and if you see here, I have just deferred it for 90 days. This is the defer. So you should not target the manual update along with this defer. It will not work. Either you want to defer it or just target it with the target specific date. This is the catch. It's not working in one the policy. It's as per design, it's not working. So I hope you learn what is the declarative device management protocol, and this Apple declarative management feature is a great, and these all settings are separate from the older MDM update settings, and it will only apply to a device enabled for declarative management, or it's a supervised devices. It will only apply for supervised devices. These DDM can also be applied for BYD devices, but the some of these setting will not support on DDM policy. But you can target the manual updates, but the these settings I will show you. These are the settings will not. If I go to here, so these all settings will not support for unsupervised devices, you can say. But you can these two settings will support for BYD, I mean supervised and unsupervised, both the devices. Try this method. Try to use this before iOS 26, or as soon as iOS 20, Apple will release iOS 26 in September. This will really help you to patch and monitor your iOS operating system through any MDM or Microsoft Intune. Till then, thank you. Have a good day. Or don't forget and like and subscribe and share with your colleagues. Thank you.